The latest. Want to bring in our Michael Grady. First things first, Michael, let's go back to that Sixers game. There was a little bit of a scare. Seth Curry was tested positive for COVID. What's the latest on that, Michael?
Yeah, it was a big, surprise and shock to the system. Before we found out it was Seth Curry, all we knew was that it was a Philadelphia 76ers player that had tested positive. And so we were wondering, okay, who could that possibly be? And the Nets are somewhat affected by this. Would this game with the Grizzlies even happen? Then finding out that it was Seth Curry, who didn't play in the game but was on the bench with the Sixers teammates, which led to them going into quarantine here in New York. And so the Nets, following the protocols, following everything, and they are able to play this game following the rules. Again, the reaction is what's kept catching everybody, off guard and finding out about Seth Curry catching it. And so one of the questions I had for Steve Nash was, what was the team's reaction? How did you handle, this news, and what was the communication like as they were getting set to travel to Memphis for tonight's game?
I think we're just all so kind of prepared and used to it that we just keep moving and we trust in the protocols, and that there is an understanding at a really deep and high level from the league. I think they've consulted with the CDC to build these protocols, and that we have faith that we can continue to go on in what's as safe as possible a manner, and that if something is flagged within our group, we obviously will react like Philly had to react. But there is a sense of just putting our trust in the league and knowing that they've done the best they can to put us in a safe position. I think it was a Philly issue that was being dealt with internally as the game was played. There are protocols in place that, like I said, I think the CDC helped generate and design. We have a lot of faith in the league's diligence, all that they've learned through the bubble process to this, form of protecting the league and the players. So our guys, we all are concerned, just as every citizen should be. But we have trust in the league and their protocols that we're going about it in as safe a manner as we can, and in order to play. And I think that the talk or chatter about it amongst our team was pretty minimal, and we're ready to go tonight.
Yeah, it's wild, Chris. I mean, these guys are getting used to expecting the unexpected or being caught off guard. The Kevin Durant situation, catching them off guard, having to move forward. Tyler Johnson yesterday, health and safety protocols, not able to play in a similar quarantine situation as Kevin Durant. So they are expecting the unexpected and are continuing to move forward, and it's business as usual as they prepare for the Grizzlies.
It's just the world we're living in right now, Michael, unfortunately. And Kevin Durant, as you said, is going through those protocols now. Do you have an update on not only Kevin Durant, but Kyrie Irving's situation as well?
I'll start with Kyrie Irving. I asked Steve Nash about that a little bit earlier. And again, heading into the game yesterday, Steve Nash hadn't had a conversation just yet with Kyrie Irving, who decided not to play in the game. He has since been communicating with Kyrie Irving, not giving information. It's a private matter, not giving information as to why Kyrie is sitting out or how long it will be. There's been no determination on whether or not Kyrie Irving is going to play in Sunday's game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's a day-to-day situation. No more information on Kyrie Irving. As for Kevin Durant, Steve Nash said that he's continuing to track negative tests, still negative testing for Kevin Durant, which means that he is on track to play Sunday's game against Oklahoma City. To quote Steve Nash from yesterday, I just can't wait for Sunday.
Well, that's some good news, Michael, on the Kevin Durant front. And